Kaitey, cheers for coming on today. And let's just, do you want to introduce yourself?
Name's Kaitey. Just big fan of Formula One. Just like talking about it wherever possible. So basically, yeah, that's why I'm here today. Really, just to chat F1. So.
Yeah, and as we've discussed in our previous chat, we're gonna chat a bit about how F1 helps us both in our daily lives to get through, and also how it helps us to get through this Corona break. So I'll let you kick off first if you want.
Yeah. So I just kind of thought it'd be nice just to talk about, what F1 means to both of us personally, and how it's helped us, deal with really difficult situations. So for me personally, it helps me a lot because I have a form of arthritis, which some days is worse than others. You can never tell on a daily basis how it's going to be. So it gets to you. You get quite kind of down about it sometimes. So to have something like Formula One to focus on and to talk to loads of other people about something that you're passionate about, it just helps a lot because it focuses on something positive, and it takes your mind off pain and that kind of thing. And it just it makes a massive difference to me. I'm sure it does for you as well in your daily life, doesn't it, Raz?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I don't know if you know this, but I actually started this channel as part of my sort of therapy sort of thing, because I started it in 2016, actually in March, and the reason why I started it was because I had the Christmas before, I had I started having something called labyrinthitis.
Okay.
It was really bad, and I was disassociating and everything. Didn't know what was going on, and I sort of felt dizzy all the time, and to the point that that I thought that everything I said didn't make sense, and it got sort of made worse because when I ordered a taxi down in Essex, because I was visiting my mum and my stepdad in Essex over that Christmas, and a taxi driver, the taxi company said, "Oh, you're drunk," and I wasn't drunk. All I wanted to do was order a taxi, and they couldn't understand me. So obviously I took that literally, and that meant that I didn't talk for like three weeks.
Wow.
To the point that when I went to the doctor, I mean, don't forget, I've known my doctor for since 2003, since I've been in university, and I didn't even speak to him because I was that convinced that I wasn't making sense. So he actually spoke to me and says, "Raz, we've got to get you talking again. I know you can understand me. I know there's nothing wrong with you. I know you love Formula One. So what I want you to do is get yourself a camera and talk about Formula One." And then I thought to myself, you know what? I might as well start a YouTube channel.
Yeah, it's a brilliant idea. Look at all the people you've met as well as a result of starting it. That's been amazing.
Yeah, I mean, my confidence has gone up and up and up, and everybody that's coming in, subscribing, and I'm doing collaborations with, and everyone that comments, and that just means the world to me.
Yeah, that's great. When did you actually first start watching Formula One, Raz?
When did I start watching Formula One? Well, I'm nearly 36. I'm gonna be 36 in on the 19th of August. You
Hmm.
know, so if anybody wants to send me some uh, birthday presents, greatly appreciate it. But jokes aside, I started when I was 6.
Okay, so that, yeah, quite a long time ago now.
So when did you start?
Oh, also going back a fair bit now. My dad actually got me into Formula One, and it would have been kind of late 80s, early 90s. So the days of Nigel Mansell and Ayrton Senna and Prost and, you know, all those drivers were when I first started watching it. So it's been quite a long time.
So
Um,
yeah, so you just told me earlier it helps you in your daily life as well. The Formula One. In what way does it help you? Why does it help you so much?
um, because I have this thing where I tend to overthink everything, situations, things people say to me, all sorts. Um, and it gets to the point where I need to kind of distract myself with something to stop me from overthinking.
Yeah.
Um, and Formula One's been amazing for that because it gives me something else to focus on, so I'm not thinking about that stuff all the time. And it gives me something positive to do, whether it's, watching the races or it's talking to people on Twitter or, doing videos, the odd video with Mike and that, that kind of thing. So it just takes me away from, my worries for a while, I think is the main thing.
Yeah, I can totally get where you're coming from. I mean, it was like for me as well, because because when you first compare my video, in fact, I'm gonna challenge you. Watch my first video after we've done this, and then I want you to comment. Because there's definitely going to be a massive difference from the way I talk then to the way I talk now. So,
Okay.
from I can totally relate to you, because as I said, I didn't speak for like 3 weeks, and never had anxiety before, never had anything other than the cerebral palsy before, never had panic attacks before. But you wouldn't know that I suffer with anxiety if you would talk to me now, would you?
No, not at all. No, you come across as very confident and, very, yeah, I wouldn't, but you can't, I mean, it's a difficult thing to tell anyway, I think, because people obviously don't want to admit that they have it and they kind of try and keep it hidden anyway, don't they? But yeah, the fact that it's helped you with that is awesome. So how
Yeah.
long did it from when you did your first videos for you to start kind of feeling a bit more happy in yourself?
Well, to tell you the truth, it was like now. It was like now I'm thinking I am where now I sort of thinking I'm where I want to be. Sort of
Mhm.
not where I want to be, but my main aim is to get I'm not doing it for the subscribers, even though they're nice, the, but I just want to create better content and sort of help people with their, you know, take their worries away, because I do get a lot of messages from other people saying, oh, you helped me out so much, and all I do is sort of talk about Formula One, and that's why I kind of want to get people on like you, and so because I want to try and help them to not be alone.
That must be an amazing feeling to know that that your talking is having that impact on people.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the subscribers are nice. Yeah, and if I can earn, if I get to 1,000, and earn a bit of pocket money from it, then so be it. But that's not the main that's not the main reason why I'm doing it. As I said, I just want to help people and enjoy Formula One.
Which is clearly what's happening now. So that's awesome, isn't it? That's
Yeah.
great.
I mean,
So how are you coping with the lack of Formula One then at the minute?
how am I coping with the lack of Formula One? Well, I'm actually, I know the whole coronavirus thing is absolutely devastating, and all the people that are affected by it and that have died is absolutely devastating. But for me, it's actually been quite positive because I've done more videos with more content with people that I never saw would be possible, so I'm actually quite, for me it's been quite a positive thing, even though I can never say that like being locked indoors is positive, but at the end of the day, we've got to make the best out of it, haven't we?
We certainly do. So what do you think? What are your thoughts on the e-racing that's been going on during the Corona break? Are you a fan of that?
Am I a fan of the e-racing? To be honest, I've watched one e-Grand Prix.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So yeah. Not really a fan. But as I said, it's good to help. It's another good thing to help people keep occupied, isn't it?
Yeah, it sure is. And I think it's helped the drivers as well, because they've all been kind of, doing it together, like, George and Charles and Alex and Lando. I think it's improved their relationships a little bit because they've got the time to kind of sit and, chat together and have a bit of fun. I know they take it a little bit seriously, but I think it's been nice for that, watching them, their friendships kind of develop more as they've had this time to race together virtually,
Because I mean, it's not like YouTube, because as I said to Mike before, and as I said to everybody that I've done the collaboration with, whoever I'm doing collaborations with, no matter how big or small the channel is, we always help each other out, and we always, there's no rivalry between us, although, whereas with the drivers, I'm not so sure whether they're going to be all poly when it comes to the Formula One racing again.
Definitely not when the season starts. No, I think the rival will be well and truly back then, won't it? But,
yeah.
It's been nice. Have you watched any of the stuff on Twitch when they've been streamed?
Nope.
No.
I've literally just been watching the. I've literally just been having one look into the last Azerbaijan Grand Prix when George was winning, and it actually made me quite emotional seeing the two Williams again.
Be nice to see them up there properly, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but come here, what is your opinion on the whole Williams thing?
On the current situation, you mean?
Yes.
I find it really sad. I'm just really sad more than anything, I think, because of how long they've been in the sport, how successful they've been in the sport. It's just a really sad situation, and I'm not quite sure where it's going to end up. Hopefully with them still in Formula One in some capacity. Obviously it's not going to be the same, because it'd be very sad to lose them all together. But yeah, we'll just have to wait and see, won't we? It's just a very difficult time for them, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I was devastated. I, I mean, and when I say devastated, I couldn't believe it. It took me about 4 hours to sort of sink, to let it all sink in.
Yeah.
Because, and I will always defend Claire Williams, no matter what anybody says. Because to be fair, I've written to so many Formula One teams. I've written to Sky and everything. This was even before I started the YouTube channel, because I've got my own sort of business that I do to under the permitted work scheme. Yeah, because I'm on benefits as well. So where I do translations, German, English, English, German, and I always wanted to get my business combined with my love to the sport, and Claire was the only one that actually responded, and
that was lovely.
Not only did she respond, she was she organised me a private tour of the team and of the factory. So and that sort of made my eyes water.
Yeah. Is that what
Because
made Williams then? Is that what gave you your kind of affiliation to them? Was that experience?
well, I was a massive. I still am a massive Michael Schumacher fan. And I'm talking massive. Little spoiler alert here. Me and Mike is currently sorting out a little quiz challenge, because I said to him, find me the biggest Formula One fan, find me the biggest Michael Schumacher fan you can find, and then get some questions. And so I think he's found somebody. Now we just got. I've just got to make sure he gets the right. He gets some decent questions. But anyway, so I always watched Michael Schumacher, but when I got this letter from Claire Williams, I just thought, what did this? I mean, no other driver, no other team ever responded, which is kind of sad, to be honest. They're talking about all this, all this diversity now and stuff. So I'm not blaming them, but that's sort of where the whole thing with Williams started from, because that also gave me the confidence, because that sort of gave me that sort of helped me out of my anxiety, and out of me, get me confidence up, you know what I mean? Because just a letter like that, sort of, that was it. And the other thing one has to mention is the fact that Frank Williams loves Formula One, right?
Yep.
He loves Formula One, and I truly believe, that if he loses Formula One team, they've got to sell it, that could kill him.
Yeah, it's not a nice thought, that, is it? But it's been his life, hasn't it? He's invested absolutely everything into that. So
yeah, and coming back to the whole anxiety thing. I mean, that visit to that to Grove. I still got the letter. I still got the pictures. I put a couple of my videos, and that was it for me. You know what I mean? That was the best experience of my life so far. Yeah, it can only be eclipsed, I think. Well, it can never be eclipsed, but I think if Martin Brunzel gets to see that tweet and agrees to do a like Skype interview like with me for my channel, or that would be it then.
That would be amazing. Come on, Martin, you can do it.
Yeah, I mean, and it has kind of given me a lot of, the whole YouTube thing has given me confidence, and yeah, so, and you clearly enjoy it, so,
I enjoy watching them, Raz. I'm not so sure I'm quite as confident with the actually being in them aspect of it. I enjoy watching them a lot more, I think.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, the thing is, I was really unsure about doing the videos, but you get used to it, and now I've invested in some equipment. Like as I said, I mean, I'm not making money out of YouTube yet, but I do get the odd donation here and there, in the odd fiver, and then that enables me to get some equipment or whatever. But I just do it for the love of the sport, really.
Yeah, I think that's the main thing, isn't it? I think that always comes across in your videos as well, is how much you love it, and that's what everybody enjoys.
So how did you sort of find Formula One, and that it helps you sort of?
Well, particularly, you can. Okay, I thought it frozen for a second there. You hear me okay?
Yes.
Yeah. Went through a particularly difficult time last year, where I lost one of my mates, and it was a really difficult time, and I was struggling to come to terms with it, and how I could kind of move forwards with my life afterwards. And that's where Formula One really, really made a massive difference to me, because it got me, excuse me, with a very daft cat just appeared on my knee.
Yes.
That's my video for you. It got me talking. It got me talking to people, and I think that's so important when you're going through difficult times, is reaching out and talking to people, rather than bottling it all up, And then I think the main thing for me last year was obviously, come here, was Mike, getting in touch with Mike and being, subscribing to the whole F1 Fanatics channel, and just going on that journey with them and watching them grow, and just little daft things like commenting on videos and having that interaction with people that share in something that you love. It just makes such a massive difference. It really saved me last year. I don't know what I would have done without it, to be honest. It really did.
Yeah, and same, like, it helped me out massively, and I really enjoy it, and it just gives me confidence back, and I must admit, like, the F1 YouTube community in particular, they are really, I put that tweet out yesterday as a bit of work, like, I didn't expect anything of it, like, on the off chance, and when I looked at it, like 30 minutes later, there was already like I had something like 20 retweets and like 100 likes and like people commenting and like I've had people, I said, I said I was gonna do a turn the unplanned for Formula One chat that I did with Mike
Yep.
into a series. That the only reason why I called it the unplanned set was because it was totally off the cuff. We didn't have any sort of topic we was gonna talk about, or at least we didn't think we had, it was totally unscripted, and then I put it in. I'm actually making a series out of it, and then and then this morning I had 2 people already saying, "Oh, can we be the next ones on it?" Like, I'm sort of thinking, well, yeah, and I never expected that. I mean, I never expected the support that I have had, and I actually wished there was a way of letting Formula One know how much they actually help people, because I don't think they do that.
Yeah, I don't think they realise sometimes, but
Yeah,
it's lovely.
You know,
The YouTube especially has been brilliant. It's so supportive, isn't it? It's lovely how there's no rivalry. It's all just, let's see how we can help each other out. It's amazing.
and yeah, exactly. And there's no uh, there's no sort of, oh, I'm gonna stick my nose up at you because you've only got 500 subscribers and I've got 40,000. Like
Yeah.
me and Tomo had. I said to Tomo, I said, well, you fancy doing a video together? And I didn't expect them to get back to me, to be honest. But as soon as this lockdown thing started, we got together. We got together and sorted it out. So
That's great. That's great. It's lovely that they're like that, and let's hope it continues that way as well.
yeah, I think as I said, I mean, my doctor is absolutely amazed how it helped me, because there's not a sign of anxiety in me life at the minute. I haven't got the time to sort of feel anxious about stuff. I literally haven't got the time. As soon as I finish here with you, I'm gonna start editing this video, and it's gonna be out by tomorrow or maybe the next day or something. But I literally haven't got the time to sort of think about have I got corona, or haven't I got corona, or is the world gonna end tomorrow?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It's like
It's keeping you busy, and that's a good thing. It's a good thing to have something to focus on, isn't it? And keep you busy and something that you love.
Yeah. So what have you been doing, like Formula One related, during lockdown?
Oh, you may not have seen it on Twitter, but my main thing that I've been doing is a different Kevin Magnussen picture every day that we've been in lockdown. Just spreading the love of K-Mag, and just hopefully making people smile when they see a picture every day. That was one of the main things. What else have I been doing? Watching quite a lot of kind of old classic races as well. That's been fun to do. Have you been doing that as well?
I have been doing some of it, but I've as I said, I've been planning the videos, and I've been editing videos. I got myself a new mic, got myself some audio equipment, got myself Photoshop. So now apparently my 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 graphics have improved, even though I still get Mike to help me with and help me with my other graphics, because I'm not that good with it yet. But as I said,
it just takes practice. You'll get there.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, I mean, my main improvement is that because I got myself some equipment, like, for my mic, and for some reason the average viewing duration has skyrocketed. So, but it's all nice to see, and that no matter how, every time somebody likes my video, every time I get a new subscriber, even though I don't do it for the subscribers, it's just nice to sort of see, it makes me smile. And my doctors actually said, having one subscriber or one comment or one like or one message on Twitter is actually the same for me as if I was gonna take one citalopram, antidepressant tablet, so I'm just buzzing, I'm just buzzing. So I don't know.
A nice feeling as well, that when people like it, because you think, that they're, that they're liking your content, but also that maybe in some way that you're helping them as well.
Yeah, and as I said, I've got other disabled YouTubers even saying to me, "Oh, we love what you're doing," and in my earlier, on my earlier videos, I've had somebody with autism saying, "You helped me get off my shelf," and that just, you can't buy that. You can't buy that. So, and as I said, I mean, of course it's nice to have subscribers, no doubt about it. But it's sort of, subscribers aren't everything, and as long as the content is good, then the subscribers will come in.
Of course they will. Yep, of course they will.
So, how did you discover Mike's channel?
I was trying to remember that, and I think it was basically that he commented on one of my tweets last year, and it just all kind of went from there, really. So then ended up, following each other, and then saw that, he was doing videos. So that must have been about August. I think it was just not that long after the channel started. And then just went from there, just kind of, watching in every video that they did, and getting involved in the comment section, which is always fun, having a bit of banter, and just went from there, really.
How did you discover my channel then?
I think it must have been through Mike, to be honest, and like him doing a collaboration with you.
Yeah.
How did you guys meet?
Well, bizarre.
Go on.
Bizarre. I tweeted him and said, "Oi, prof, good video. Do you fancy doing a collab?" And he sort of within 2 days he got back to me, and we done a collab. I mean, that was October last year.
Yeah.
And what I find amazing is that I've been on YouTube for 4 years. And you know who I've done the most collaboration with?
Is that with Mike, is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
And like, I'm not being funny. All this banter with everyone. All this support, and he's helped me out with the graphics. And as I said, there's no sort of rivalry, so to speak.
No.
Even though I am a bit, in a funny way, I am a bit sort of not, pissed off with a smile on my face that he's got more subscribers than me. But as I said, that's just, there's no rivalry between us. We just love Formula One, and he is the only person that I can message at 4 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
and say, "Oi, I need you to do a video. You coming on a video with me, whether you like it or not, at 3 p.m. The following,
yeah,
the following day, sort of thing." And that's just, and we, as I said, he's like my YouTube brother, and after lockdown, we're definitely gonna meet up, and I think after lockdown, we should all meet up, because I think it would be nice.
I think that would be brilliant. Yeah, get loads of people together. That would be lovely. I think we could all do with it by then, couldn't we?
Yeah, I mean, so how do you think about this whole first of all, what do you think about Haas? How are they going to get on?
What, in this upcoming season? It's a bit strange, isn't it? Because we're not quite sure how many races we're going to get yet and where they're going to be and all that kind of thing. So it's kind of put everybody on the back foot a little bit, I think. But from what I've heard from Kev, from testing and from visits to the factory and stuff before lockdown, it all sounded really positive with this year's car. And I mean, I know it couldn't have been much worse than last year, but yeah, it sounded like it's taken a step forward. So I'm just really keen to get them racing to see if that's actually the case or not,
Question for you. How did you get to follow Kevin Magnussen?
Okay. It's a bit of a... Yeah. Okay, so I kind of got back into racing in about... I had a gap for a while. And then got back into it kind of 2018, really, when Charles was at, Sauber/Alfa Romeo. And that's what kind of got me back in, was watching him to start with. And then it was around May last year, that he did an interview with Tom Clarkson. You know how Tom Clarkson does the Beyond the Grid podcasts?
Yes.
And it was actually listening to one of those, and it was just, I love it. It's still my favourite interview that Tom's done, to be honest. I think it's amazing because it just gave you such a great insight into him as a person and where he's come from and his thoughts and his views on stuff. And I think it was just that. It just can be. I just kind of thought I can identify with him. Because for me, with drivers, I have to have some kind of like emotional connection to them, to follow them and to want them to do well. And that's what I got from that. So just from that, watching that podcast, really, then I was like, right, now I'm going to start watching him in races and see how he does and all that. And yeah, it's just gone from there, really. So it's Tom Clarkson's fault, basically.
Oh yes, good old Tom Clarkson. I mean, somebody on Twitter said that a while back that I should take his job.
I I'm not sure if he'd be very happy about that, but
No, but I think his job is safe for now. I stick to the YouTube and the translating.
Hey, you never know in the future, Raz. You never know. You never know what could happen.
Well, I'm 36, so I'm getting a bit old now. So
Like, what? 36 is not old. Behave. You're younger than Kimi Räikkönen, mate.
I tell you, yes. But to follow a driver is one thing.
Mm.
To have their flag and their initials tattooed on you is something else. So what made you do that? And
I've been wanting a tattoo for a while. And it got to my 40th birthday, and I said, this year, one of the things I'm going to do is get a tattoo. And the only issue was I could never decide what to get. That was the thing, because obviously it's there. Once you've got it, it's there, for life. So I had to be really sure about what I wanted. And it was just coming up to Kev's 100th race last year. And I thought, I want to do something to kind of celebrate the fact that he's reached that milestone. And I thought, there you go, I can put the two together and have something that I, do something nice to show my support for him, and also something that is meaningful to me. And so it kind of, so then I just went, right, thought about what design I was going to get for quite a while, because I wasn't sure whether to have like his name or how to do it. So yeah, it was it just stemmed from trying to think of something to do for to celebrate his to celebrate his 100 races, basically. So it was all a bit crazy.
Well, a funny story actually. Interesting, very interesting. I'm still playing with the idea of getting the Williams sign with the 30th of October 2013 somehow combined in there.
Well, that would be amazing.
Yeah. So I think we're gonna wrap it up here, unless you've got any more to say.
No, it's been a really good chat, Raz. I've really enjoyed it.
Yeah. So if you haven't already, give Kaitey a follow on her social medias, and yeah. So do you want to tell my viewers to subscribe now, or?
Yeah, absolutely, guys. Definitely go and check out Raz's channel. It's full of some. I mean, you seem to be doing videos every 5 minutes at the minute. It's great. There's always something new to watch on there. And it's already really interesting content, really knowledgeable. So yeah, go and check it out. It's just always thoroughly enjoyable to watch.
Thank you, Kaitey, and I'll speak to you soon. Yeah.
Yeah, looking forward to it, Raz.
Speak to you soon. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.